So after about 4 months of total uptime, I feel like it's finally time to publicly and officially announce the EGIO Rust server. Now technically speaking, the Rust server has been around off and on for almost a year. And if you've watched any of my videos in the past year, you've probably seen it pop up from time to time. For example, since it runs as an LXC container, it was featured in my LXC and Linux containers video. Now Rust is a multiplayer-only open-world survival game. It's very similar in appearance to 7 Days to Die or Ark, but it very much has its own character and personality. And while it is a survival-style game, the actual gameplay that you experience depends almost entirely on the server that you play on. Rust has developed a very notorious reputation for raiding and sort of negative player interaction, but the EGIO Rust server is a much more chill and relaxed server where people can kind of build and explore without worrying too much about raiding. Now, raiding in PvP is an essential part of the Rust experience, so if you build a base on the server, there's not an unlikely chance that you'll get raided. But being raided, and likewise raiding, is all part of the experience. Players can also build shops and trade with other players instead of raiding one another. And that's actually player interaction that Facepunch, the developer, is trying to foster. Rust is an early access game and gets regular updates from the developer. Typically, the big game-changing updates come once a month, and a map wipe is forced on all community servers. In the past, the big map wipe happens on the first Thursday of every month, but sometimes it happens in the middle of the month. It really just depends on how Facepunch is feeling. And that may sound frustrating at first, and when you start playing Rust, that is frustrating, but once you get used to it, it's actually kind of nice. Every month you get to kind of start over and try new strategies in building bases and getting equipment and things. The regular updates and map wipes kind of help keep things interesting. So if you're interested in checking Rust out, we'd love to have you on the server. You can find our server in the community section of the server browser, and you can find more information about the server and check out the rules on our website, EGIO. We try and have big community events on the week leading up to the wipe. Like the last big event we have, 5 of us got together and shot down the helicopter like 6 or 7 times. It was awesome. So I think that's going to wrap this video up. It goes without saying that all the footage in the background that you've seen has happened on the EGIO Rust server, and I think that you'd have a lot of fun if you joined us. Now, seeing that Rust is an early access game, you'll probably run into issues, especially if you're trying to play on Linux. Not only is Rust early access, but it's also using the Unity engine, and that makes everything that much more fun. If you run into problems, the best place to ask is probably Google, but you could also join the EGIO Discord and ask questions there. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate your support, and I hope to see you on the Rust server sometime.